The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hola, everyone. Welcome to Open, the one and only show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche every Friday. Here's what's coming up in today's show. Leading things off, we'll learn what it takes to stand out at It's the Bronx Festival, an event celebrating the Bronx hustle while showcasing some of the borough's most talented creatives. After that, we'll check out the designs of PLTD, a clothing line representing Uptown with Bronx innovative streetwear. And then we'll learn about some healthy vegan dishes when we cook things up with founder of Next Stop Vegan, Blenlly Mena. And later on in the show, Bobby C brings us up to date with the latest headlines in the world of sports. And lastly, we'll sit with Peapatians Hip Hop Women Represents the Bronx event performance co-curator Caridad de la Luz, followed by a performance by one of the participants, Nejma Nefertiti. So sit back y prepárate, excuse me. All this and more is headed your way because now we are officially open. Hello and welcome to Open, everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche, always inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, Instagram, FB, Snapchat, LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. All right, so it's Women's History Month, and today happens to be International Women's Day. All month long, we're going to pay homage to powerful women that have made an impact within our society. And today, and every day, we honor Sonia Sotomayor, who made history in 2009 when she became the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. Appointed by Barack Obama, Sotomayor became the first Hispanic Supreme Court Justice. She is the third woman to become the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Let's give it up for the Honorable Sonia Sotomayor. All right, so the Bronx is filled with creatives looking to showcase their talent while also building a network for themselves. And well, now they'll have another platform to promote it, promote it all with a new festival called It's the Bronx. Yeah, and joining us to tell us more about the event, we welcome social media guru Diego Leon and M. Pineda. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome back, Mr. Dandy in the Bronx.
Thank you so much for having me once again.
It's lovely, lovely. All right, so let's talk a little bit about It's the Bronx before we introduce what's going on this particular festival weekend in March, right? That's happening March 23rd, 24th. However, I know that there was this huge introduction to this event. Were you guys part of that?
Yeah, so you talked about the event at Bronx Beer Hall where they had the big preview event of all the different artists and musicians are going to be there. That awesome preview event. Now we're just going to expand upon it on the two-day festival coming up at It's the Bronx.
Okay, so this preview event basically gave everybody a little sneak peek of what kind of artists as well as food, because it's arts, culture, food, and then now they're also going to incorporate panels, right, which is why you guys are here. So let's talk a little bit about before talking about social media, because everybody always wants to talk about social media, how social media has played a role in leading up to March 23rd.
Yeah, very true. So as you can attest to this, social media is a very strong, important platform because that lets us to tell our stories to thousands or millions of people that wouldn't have seen them anyway. So we'll be hosting panels about, you'll be hosting panels, you want to talk about your panel?
So the panel that I'll be hosting specifically is going to focus on food in the Bronx and how food from the borough is, because of platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, it's being given this global platform. So now all of a sudden the Bronx is available really in any part of the world, and a lot of the people in the borough are or have embraced social media and have given the Bronx a very different digital landscape than we've ever had prior to something like these platforms that allow everyone to sort of see what's going on in the borough, whether it be food related or music related, culture related. There's so many storytellers in the Bronx, and it's sort of time for this borough to really be seen the way that other boroughs like Brooklyn are seen, or Queens, or Manhattan. And I think food is universal, and the Bronx has so much to offer that I think it's time for the Bronx to sort of be given that spotlight.
I
So
think,
we're going to
well,
be
I think
focusing
we're
on.
doing a pretty good job, right? The Bronx Nights Market was really successful,
Yes.
and I know Marco was also one of the co-founders of that event, and he is the founder of this particular event. It's the Bronx, and it's interesting to just see the social media component being incorporated into the festival as part of the festival versus just promoting the festival,
Yes.
right? Because I understand that they were kind of doing somewhat of a, I don't know exactly what that was. I don't want to reference it as a contest where they put all the artists out on social media to, I guess, win to be part of the 23rd festival. And so now I'm learning that you guys are going to have these panels. And I know you, Dandy in the Bronx, we spoke a little bit about food, and your stuff is really geared towards men's wardrobe and dressing up and the importance of it. You also have a huge following online and you're an influencer. So how did that relationship come about?
Yeah, definitely. So yes, menswear lifestyle influencer, but my panels be focusing on branding yourself. So I created my Dandy in the Bronx persona character on social media, born and raised on social media, and my panel is to help other Bronxites use that to brand themselves, whether you're a small business, whether you're a future blogger, whether you really love talking about, vegan food, or using social media to launch yourself. So I'm joined by some other content creators, and we'll be talking about how to use social media to not only just post selfies of yourself, but really, brand yourself where you become a business or, find a new audience, because social media is that powerful where, a small idea can explode.
And so, do you guys have little tips that you could maybe share? Just a little taste? I know everybody's like, it's like, I know, of course, we want them to come and participate in your panel. However, is there something that you could share with our viewers to kind of give them a taste?
Yeah, actually, your food Instagram is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
And that's actually one thing I always tell people, figure out what's your niche. What's that one thing you really like talking about? The Hungry Dominican is talking about food. That's your niche. That's your thing. I love talking about suits, so that's my thing. Whether you love talking about toys, you like talking about, vegan food, you love talking about, the Yankees or whatever, double down on what you like talking about, focus on that, because that makes it a lot easier for people to find you and join you in whatever you're talking about.
So basically, it's just stick to one topic.
Yeah, definitely.
Stick to one topic. And so, Hungry Dominican, have you gone hungry?
Always.
Always. Siempre tiene hambre.
Siempre, siempre. I will say this, when it comes to, this is the one piece of advice I usually give people when it comes to social media. It has to be quality over content, right? So, again, you use a hashtag like Brooklyn or Queens, and you're bombarded with very beautiful pictures of landscapes, food, photo shoots, whatever, and that's what the Bronx needs more of. So I would always suggest that if you go out there and you want to show people what the Bronx is about, take good pictures. Don't take a billion pictures. Take good ones. Show the beauty of the borough, and be sincere about it, because there's so much beauty in here, and I feel like, again, you use a hashtag and you don't really see what the Bronx is about. So I would always tell people, go for quality. Take beautiful pictures of the borough. Show the world what the Bronx is really about using your medium, which is, social media. So I would say quality over
All right,
content.
so what are some of the foods and or restaurants that you're really passionate about?
So there's one specific spot in the Bronx that I tell everyone to go to. Some people might be familiar with this. Anthony Bourdain went to it as well. It's 188 Bakery Cuchifrito. It's off the D train. It's not too far from here. I always think everything is walking distance, but it's one of the best Puerto Rican Latino spots I've ever had food in. And I would always tell people that is the one spot that you have to go to if you come to the Bronx. There's many other neighborhoods to visit. Of course there are, but I feel like that's maybe the best Puerto Rican food I've had.
All right,
I'll
I
agree with that.
I
I
have
agree
to go
with
check it out. He's like the best,
Yeah.
and that's coming
it's-
from the hungry
it's
Dominican.
unbelievable.
So ya tu
So
sabes,
good.
right?
Ya tu sabes.
All right, gentlemen, are you both on the same day? Are you serving on the same panel and just having different topics, different discussions, or are you having topic panels?
Yeah, so my panel is going to be on the 23rd of the festival.
Okay.
And it'll be about branding yourself on social media.
Right. So my panel right now, I believe, is on the 24th.
Okay.
And it'll be about food in the Bronx.
Okay, so even though they're both about the social media aspect to enhancing your business in whatever genre, right? They're on different days.
Yes.
Okay, so that's wonderful. So then they kind of get everybody to come on the 23rd and the 24th.
Exactly.
Do you happen to know anything else that's going on within those particular days? Because I know it's a full day of festivities.
Yeah, so if you go to itsthebronx.com, you'll find a list of all the different events that are going to be happening. There's going to be musicians, artists, there's going to be food, of course, and there's going to be way more panels as well than just us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what do you want to leave everybody with as far as participating in your panel?
Well, if you go to itsthebronx.com, definitely RSVP, get yourself a ticket for the 2-day festival. And follow me at Dandy in the Bronx for more information. And
So yes, make sure to get your tickets. It's thebronx.com. Follow me at The Hungry Dominican. And I would say that when it comes to my panel, just make sure you're hungry. So we can all really feel it together.
And that's a nice segue into the next segment because we're going to go vegan when we come back.
Perfect.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
hey, thank you.
Thank you for being here. You guys, once again, it's the Bronx Festival is taking place March 23rd and the 24th at Union Crossing Street in Port Morris, which is located at 825 East 141st Street, and that's happening from 12 noon to 8 p.m. And for tickets, once again, go to Eventbrite. It's the Bronx 2019. All right. PLTD Perico is a limited Bronx-based brand that is influenced by the Bronx, and we're going to talk a little bit about them when we come back. Don't go anywhere. PLT Perico Limited is a Bronx-based brand influenced by the Bronx and overall the street of New York City. Our very own Francesca Felice had the opportunity to find out more about the company. Let's take a look.
We're here today at Ruthless Chronicles Volume 1 with Perico Limited. Tell me a little bit about the inception of this brand.
So Perico Limited came about 5 years ago, and pretty much it's a Bronx-based brand, influenced by the streets of New York City, influenced by Bronx culture, and just everything that we've been exposed to growing up.
In 2013, Francis founded the clothing brand Perico Limited alongside his fraternity brother and the brand's graphic designer, Jose, and his high school friend, photographer, and merchandise handler, Joseph. And thus, Perico Limited was born.
Everything is a team effort. I like to look at it as we play a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive lineman, and we always switch positions.
What began as a hobby for these Bronxites turned into a full-time job. They now work from home without a brick and mortar. The trio utilizes their clothing brand as a platform to voice their opinions on gentrification, culturalization, housing price inflations, and other economic crises.
things being changed in our neighborhoods. Prices going up because they're remodeling some sort of building and bringing in a Cinnabon on 3rd Avenue.
Top cheeses shouldn't be 15 cash. So the reason why I made stay out of Uptown is because, we gotta preserve the neighborhood.
Popular for their organic clothing designs, which often reference uptown lingo and culture, the brand also aims to change negative connotations and stigmas associated with the Bronx.
I think this was like a perfect opportunity for us as a brand to showcase that and tell the world the Bronx has a lot to offer.
Jose, Joseph, and Francis have plans to expand outside of New York City. They've already made sales in clothing stores in Japan, Australia, and the West Coast.
This is where we're from, and this is our home base. But we want to expand all over, worldwide, basically, for sure.
The men behind Perico Limited are proud Bronx local entrepreneurs that embody authenticity and the culture behind the Bronx's streetwear. To support, visit them on social media at Perico Limited and on their website at www.pericolimited.com. Reporting for BronxNet, I'm Francesca Feliz.
Hey, welcome back to the studio. That was a quick glimpse of PLTD, Perico Limited clothing brand. And joining us to tell us more about the clothing line's influences of street culture and hip hop expanding worldwide. Please welcome founder and PLT creative Francis Montoño, merchandiser and photographer Joseph Maldonado, and graphic designer Joseph Ruiz. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for having us today.
Well, thank you for being here, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Mad accolades, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk
We're
a
out
little bit.
here.
I know you're here, and you're here in the
Right.
studio, and you're here based in the Bronx. However, your merchandise is already kind of being distributed. We'll say global, only because you're already out in different countries. But let's talk a little bit about the foundation of this. I want to say it kind of loans itself to being playful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I guess the history of us, I come from a fashion background. My mother's been in the fashion industry for 20 years. She's a sample maker and a professional seamstress. So I've always been around this energy and wanted to just get involved. I've never been to fashion school or anything like that. So my way into it was creating a streetwear brand for the Bronx and starting it with two of my closest friends, Joseph and Jose. So, but yeah.
And Jose?
Hi.
You're right. So you started out that way, right?
Right.
Just kind of like experimenting, and then you reached out to your boy Jose here, who's also your fraternity brother, right?
Right.
Who lived in Virginia, right? Yeah, I did my research. And he relocated to New York, and then you guys started expanding. So let's talk a little bit about how you come up with these designs and what inspires them.
Well, pretty much like it's an assembly factory. You know, Francis comes to us and he just has these ideas. Joseph has his ideas, and we all pitch in our own our own taste and flavor to whatever we're thinking of creating. My background is in branding. I work with a bunch of other companies and small entrepreneurs, and so one thing that I think I'm pretty much in tune with or keen of is being able to understand who our demographic is and how we're going to be able to create something that's going to be welcomed by to our client base.
I get it.
So when we create these designs, I mean, it's not just there's so many renditions of these. We probably have like 10 other ones that we ran through, and this is the final concept here.
I mean, right now we're only seeing one, but we're going to pull them
yeah,
off
there's so
little
many
by little
others.
once we get to know Jose, because Jose is the photographer, right?
Joseph is the
Joseph,
photographer.
sorry, Joseph. Joseph, Jose, right? Joseph. You're the one that actually captures this, and it's really important the way you capture it, because you're an online company.
Right.
Right?
Definitely.
And I personally, when I shop online, I go by the way things are presented. So
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about how you're capturing and what your role is. Not just because you're not just a photographer in
No,
this.
definitely. Well, I'm more of a merchandiser. Looking for product out there. I run through the streets of New York in the in the fashion district, just looking for things for us to print on, basically, and do and stitch or embroider anything. But apart from that, yeah, photography plays a big part, especially when you're in the e-commerce. We all do play a part. Like, I'm not just the only photographer in this brand. Francis is an amazing photographer as well. Same thing goes with PU. Excuse me, that's what I call him.
We call him P.
That's what we call him, yeah.
I'm like
So my man P
another
right
name for me to remember.
But yeah, Jose as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's our nickname for him. But yeah, definitely. So it plays a big part because it's what attracts the audience or the customer to buy the product. One thing that we like to do is keep it straight from where we're from. Let the product speak for itself in the streets of where we're from.
I want to show
And,
everybody
you know,
some of it, yeah, because we
Definitely.
can only see this one, which I love, right? We got the smiley. Oh, that's not good.
She has to pay for that
And
one.
That's coming out of your check.
He said I gotta pay for that one.
There you go.
It's more like you keep that one, Rhina. Huh? I just want to show everybody the ones that you're not wearing. Well, he has that one on. I like the tie-dye one. I was really feeling that. And I especially love the stay out of uptown, thank you. So let's talk a little bit about that slogan. That's your slogan. Where did that come from?
There's no secret of what's going on in the Washington Heights, the Bronx, uptown, gentrification. Some of our neighborhoods are being taken over by certain businesses and displacing our friends, our members. So we were actually in one of our friends, Isaac, who also has a clothing brand too, and he has a creative studio, and he was getting displaced, so we was helping him move out, and at that moment it clicked. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a message, you know, if the shoe fits, then hey. But yeah, this is something that worked for us and everything like that, you know, so.
It's so in your face,
You
right?
know, but it's very polite. It's very polite, so.
It's like a backhanded compliment.
You know,
Exactly.
You know. But.
It is, and it makes you want to be in the sun, too.
Right.
So-
Absolutely.
This ain't the only color either. We have like 12 more of different tie-dyes. But, you know, this T-shirt definitely changed the direction of where the brand was going. We created this 2 years ago. And, you know, that's pretty much it. We love it. It's a bold statement. It's a conversation starter. And,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
No,
like
but
it.
it's good, and it's political too, which
Right.
we love that. So where are your sales primarily being made outside of New York?
Outside of New York, I mean, we've had people purchase some of our stuff all the way out in Japan. I think recently he has to buy that one.
That one wants to go home with me. Okay, that's the one I marked already.
So I think recently we sent one out to Australia. It's really
Toronto,
yeah.
Japan.
It's actually pretty interesting because it's like even though this here we uptown for us it's Harlem, the Heights, the Bronx, but like other people outside of New York definitely can relate to it. You know, people out in Montreal, Texas. DC,
Houston.
so it's like we didn't know what kind of impact this was going to have, but after we released it, like we just started seeing people gravitate towards it, and it was pretty cool feeling.
Definitely. To piggyback on him, there was a gentleman that came from Toronto who reached out to us to buy the shirt, and before he did that, we even asked him like, do you even have enough? He was like, yeah, in Toronto and Canada, we have an uptown and a downtown side. So we could relate to this a lot.
That's something that we're starting to notice, that every major city, there is a downtown, and downtown is corporate. So when you go out of downtown, it becomes uptown, and that's where all the minorities are at, people of color, people that look like us. So it was hitting in certain different states and everything, and we just didn't know. We thought uptown was just a New York thing.
That's what's up. I love it. Here's to reaching out to all those barrios in the different parts of the world. You guys, good work.
I just want to connect the bridge.
Cool. All right, you guys, once again, to purchase some PLTD clothing wear, you can visit their website by going to pericolimited.com.
Definitely.
All right, we're taking a quick break, but coming up next, it's Next Stop Vegan. That's right, so don't go anywhere.
No, we're trying to get some food.
Yo.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
adopted from a rescue in 2008. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
Hey, welcome back to Open, everyone. Always inviting you to stay connected. That's right. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. All right, so it's International Women's Day, and today we want to shine a light on business owners from the Bronx. And Next Up Vegan is the name of the business that has many Bronxites talking plant-based lifestyle. That's right. It's the first vegan prep service in the Bronx, and the founder is all about educating the community on the benefits of making greens taste good. So joining us to tell us more while teaching us how to make a tasty vegan dish, we welcome Next Stop Vegan owner Blenlly Mena.
Thank you.
Hello
Thank you
and
for
welcome.
having me.
Thank you
It's a
for
pleasure.
being here. This is lovely. All right, so let's talk about vegan and what identifies one becoming a vegan, right?
Well, veganism has a lot of different layers depending on the person's interest in going vegan. One of the main reasons would be for health. A lot of us are obviously living in a community where our health standards are not at its best. So veganism encourages a healthier lifestyle. In addition to, if you're someone that appreciates animals and every species on Earth, you will want to perhaps go vegan because obviously you don't want any animal cruelty. And then, of course, environmental. If you are an environmentalist and love our Earth and you want generations after you to appreciate this beautiful Earth of ours, you might want to also go vegan. So those are different labels or categories of veganism, but in conjunction, veganism is just a better way of living life.
Okay, and I love it. It's also a consciousness,
Yes.
right? And so today you're going to teach us how to not only make a vegan dish, but
Yes.
make it con sabor, right? Because I think that's the issue with like eating healthy that
Yes.
scares people into
Yeah.
transitioning over is like, oh, it's going to lose its flavor. So talk to me.
Yes, so today we have what we call in Dominican Republic a chimi, right? A chimi is basically like a Dominican burger that you usually will get around 4 or 5 in the morning after the clubs when you're really craving like some junk food. So there's a lot of chimi trucks up and uptown. If anyone's been to Dykeman, Washington Heights, you have probably gotten yours.
It's a good thing
Which
the
is a
hungry Dominican
the
is
hungry
here, right?
Dominican, where is he? So someone like the hungry Dominican might have probably had different versions of the chimi. So today we're introducing the vegan version of it. And it has been created very scarcely, but we have custom made it to the point to make it very simple and easy to make at home. Of course, without revealing our secret sauce, which is the main key of the vegan chimi.
Okay. All right, so she's not going to reveal the secret sauce, but all right. So what are the ingredients with the? I guess we're going to use the secret sauce.
Of
But we're
course.
not going to say what's in the
Of
secret
course,
sauce.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
Let's do it.
The ingredients is black beans, which I have actually already pre-cooked. We season it already, it's already cooked and everything. We put it in a processor, which is basically the way of perhaps maintaining yourself into this burger patty formation. Then we use some brown rice. So I'm using like maybe 1 cup, 2 cups of it, depending on how many patties you're making, right? For this particular purpose, we're gonna probably do 1 or 2 patties. And then you're going to add your spices, which is the key to having a yummy patty, because I don't want people to feel like, oh, I need that meaty texture to it, right? So black beans, brown rice. We also have made this with pasta. We've also made it with quinoa, couscous. It's easy to recreate with any type of other grains.
Okay.
Black beans just gives it the color of a meat, but if you want to just do lentils or even any other beans, you can as well. Again, speaking about protein, for those people out there that are like,
I'm laughing because you're like, oh, it gives it the color of meat. You know, it's almost like you have to fool yourself.
yeah, you
right?
do. It's part of like attracting
Fascinating.
people into the lifestyle.
Got it, got it.
So we use different spices, but one of the main ones that I love is sriracha. And I just put a little bit of it just to give it a little bit of spice, a little kick to it.
Okay.
Liquid smoke is one of the most essential ingredients to use to give it that smoky flavor and also the smoky smell.
Okay.
Which, if you come closer, you're going to start smelling, if
So
you
it's
will.
almost like smoked
A
chicken,
smoked chicken,
right?
ribs, or
Got it.
which is none of the above,
Right.
in this
Because
particular
it's
segment.
plant-based, right?
Exactly.
This is gonna feel like you're eating it.
Exactly. No, I cannot wait for you to try it. So we have here worship. I'm sorry. Can you help me
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, yes. I had my staff back there help me as well to
Some people
pronounce
say
this.
Worcestershire, some people say Worcestershire. Well, you know,
Okay.
tomatoes.
Whatever,
yeah.
whatever, as long as you get it.
Right.
All these products are available at Whole Foods, obviously Asian markets. I just splashed in there some pepper. This is some oregano.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the affordability of eating healthy,
Yes.
because that's another issue.
Of course. I believe that a lot of us usually deprive ourselves from healthy living because we do understand or pretend that it is too expensive, or we give ourselves that kind of understanding when in reality it's not. For instance, if you go out there and you purchase meat or seafood, you're probably spending a lot of money already. Obviously, in comparison to going out there and buying greens or grains or perhaps protein like beans. So in comparison, I always like to talk to people about...
Is this a food
Sorry.
processor? No.
Yes,
no,
this is.
No, I just wanted, because it's interesting because we're using it in a different way.
Yes, this is
Okay.
a food processor, and I'm just lightly going to pulse it.
Okay.
Just so that I don't actually ruin the sound of the show.
Right.
As you can see, it's already kind of crumbling into a meaty texture. So I'm just pulsing it slowly.
Right.
And then what I do at the end is just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and it also binds it very well.
I love that you could rock with me, right? Because we just jumped over this topic, and then we're going to go back to
So
the
back to
affordability.
the affordability.
Right, yeah.
Going vegan or eating healthier is definitely not expensive at all. If anyone has any questions in terms of shopping, I would recommend to contact us at Next Stop Vegan, and we will be able to give you a directory of where to find affordable food, even in your local markets and supermarkets. That's one of the main things we strive for, is to create affordability, affordable meals, which is hence why we're here.
And in addition to that, you also have the ability to prepare it for them.
Exactly.
Right? And teach them how to do
Yeah.
it, so then they can then do it themselves.
Exactly. So this is why Next Stop Vegan was created, to make it affordable to the community, to make it healthy, to make it fun, and to attract people into the lifestyle.
I'm feeling this.
So I'm
She's
just
making
taking like a cup.
patty.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm taking a cup of this. The pan is already, actually I use a grill normally, but I didn't want to bring a huge grill to the
Right.
studio.
Okay.
And it requires fire, so I wasn't trying to risk people's health
Thank
here.
you.
But
Right
I
in the
brought a little
studio.
pan, and I'm just creating this patty. As you probably know, the chimi patty is almost like square,
Okay, so it
rectangular.
doesn't have to be perfect.
So it
because
doesn't have to be perfect.
Right. Well, not right now, because I want to make sure I get to try it before the segment's
I know,
over.
let's
Because you look like you're kind of like a little bit on the perfectionist
On the perfection.
side.
Okay, let me rally. I think you're telling me to hurry up. Talk less, do more. I get that a lot.
No, you do that.
All right, so I'm just gonna put it in the pan here, and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of olive oil.
Ay, se quemó. Oh gosh. All right, that's okay.
I'm gonna use this part right here
Right.
then. I give it a wing stop. Bueno, this is live, so it happens in the
Right.
kitchen. It happens all the time. And I'm just gonna put this patty here. And as that's waiting, I'm going to just introduce to you what it will look like if it's done and completed.
Okay.
So this is just a sample of one that's already cooked. And it looks pretty much like this. And of course, we can obviously grill it more to make it look more toasty
So
and
I
more
don't know
grilly.
if they could see, like, you
Sure.
know, she just made it into a patty, and now she's showing it cooked.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So the next step is actually introducing it into your bread.
Right.
And the bread is already cut, and I'm going to just put it in here, and I'm going to add the condiments.
Oh.
The condiments are cabbage, tomatoes, and onions. This is the traditional condiments for the chimi.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add, and the onions smell so strong,
It
so
smells-
please pardon the smell.
Okay, well, don't put too many because I have to talk to some people
Oh,
after
yeah?
we're done.
Maybe we could skip on the onions.
Okay, well, no, we can put a little bit because I want to taste it the way you make
We're just
it.
gonna put some tomatoes there, and then we're going to put 1 or 2 onions so that Miss Valentin doesn't have to.
So we're being mindful of the other guests,
Exactly.
right? Thank you.
Then we actually splash our sauce, and we do a lot of it because that is the main condiment
Oh
of
my
the
goodness!
chimi.
And that's your secret sauce.
And that is the secret sauce. And then we put it in the pan for grill. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna, well, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna probably use this instead.
Okay, so we're gonna put this.
I'm gonna flip this one over.
Right.
Or perhaps take this one out.
Okay.
This is improvised.
And then we're gonna heat this one up.
And we're gonna try to heat that one, yes.
I'm putting my hands on it because it's mine anyway.
Exactly.
She has gloves on.
You don't have the cooties, it's okay.
But it's going in my mouth anyway. So. Except for the hungry Dominican, he's probably gonna.
He's probably gonna want half
yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have to grill it a little bit on both sides, and that is basically how the chimi comes out to look like this.
Okay, and this
so that
is
is
what
the final
this
demonstration.
is the end product, right? I just want everyone to see while she's cooking up mine. Look how beautiful. I love.
Oh my God, this burned
It looks
a little bit
fabulous. She's used to cooking with a grill.
Yeah, this is totally different and improvised, but the texture and the flavors are still gonna be there.
Okay, so I
let's
want to take a
this
bite
out.
before.
Absolutely, yes, please.
We can put it here.
Let me just give you a hand there so you don't
Well,
burn
We're
yourself.
gonna flip it on the other side.
Okay. Just be
Right.
careful because the.
Well, I'm not really. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
Just hold it. Well,
Okay.
okay.
And, my
And then
lord.
I'm gonna probably give
Okay,
you a
she's
little
gonna cut
bite.
it. And then while she's cutting it, I want you guys to know that, again, she's available for services and for educational, I guess, what?
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
panels
We
and things
definitely
like
are considering doing more seminars, workshops. We do a lot of pop-ups as well. Let me give you some more sauce. So yeah, follow us on next.vegan.com or next.vegan on Instagram, Facebook, and learn more about veganism, vegan food with a Latin twist. That is our main
Love
focus. But we just want to introduce the community to healthier options, alternatives that are easy, fast, efficient, and what we spoke about, cost effective.
Cost effective. Yay, love it. Thank you guys. Thank you for being
Enjoy
here.
the chimi.
All right, so wait, I'm gonna take a bite as we go to break because I want to make sure that you guys know that for more on Next Stop Vegan, you can visit nextstopvegan.com, and of course they're on Instagram at Next Stop Vegan. And stay tuned because Bobby C's weekly sports roundup is coming up next as I eat my chimi.
Enjoy.
Chimi?
Yes, the
vegan.
chimi. Vegan chimi.
My vegan chimi.
Ay, ay, ay.
Rico.
Está bueno. ¿Quiere más sal?
We begin on the baseball diamond where there is some sad news from Metsville. The Seaver family announced Thursday that Hall of Fame pitcher Tom Seaver has recently been diagnosed with dementia. Tom will continue to work in his beloved vineyard at his California home, but has chosen to completely retire from public life. The family is deeply appreciative of those who have supported Tom throughout his career on and off the field and who do so now by honoring his request for privacy. More on Tom Terrific in the C-list. Time for some quick hitters on the local sports scene. The Knicks continue their West Coast swing. They are in Sacramento Saturday afternoon to face the Kings. Tip-off is noon. The Knicks have 13 wins to date. The Kings are 500, 32-32. Brooklyn Nets are still a game over 500 and in the playoff picture. The Nets are in Atlanta to face the Hawks Saturday night. That game gets underway at 7 p.m. The Nets are in 7th place in the Eastern Conference. On the ice, the Islanders are hosting Philadelphia at 7 p.m. Saturday night. The Devils are in Washington tonight to face the Capitals, and the Rangers will host New Jersey Saturday night at 7 p.m. at the world's most famous arena. Congrats to the Fordham University women's basketball team for winning the A-10 regular season crown. The Rams are in Pittsburgh this week for the A-10 tourney. The men's team is also tourney bound. That round of March Madness will stay right here in New York at the Barclays Center next week. The Big East tournament is also set to get underway at Madison Square Garden the 13th through the 16th. New York Yankees starting pitcher Luis Severino has been shut down for 2 weeks after an MRI showed he has rotator cuff inflammation in his right shoulder. Manager Aaron Boone said Tuesday Severino will not be ready in time to start on opening day. The Yankees have not yet discussed who could replace their ace for that March 28th start here in the Bronx. But Boone did say he felt the overall rotation would be well covered with its current pitching depth. The Yankees still have guys like Domingo Germán and Jonathan Loáisiga. Remember, the Bombers will also start the season without CC Sabathia, who is healthy but had his timetable to return delayed by injury and surgery. Dallas Keuchel, anyone. On the national scene, we shift gears and move to the NFL, where the Denver Broncos have agreed to trade quarterback Case Keenum to the Washington Redskins for a 6th-round pick in the 2020 draft. Sources confirmed to ESPN's Adam Schefter on Thursday. Washington will also get a 2020 7th-rounder from Denver. The 31-year-old Keenum, who was currently slated to count $21 million against the Broncos' salary cap for the 2019 season, has reworked his contract and will be on a 1-year deal with the Redskins, sources told Schefter. This will be Keenum's 4th team in 4 years. Certainly looks like the LA Lakers are waving the white flag in their late season playoff push. They will reduce LeBron James's minutes the rest of the way. James recently returned from injury, but the Lakers have been unable to win some games, looking like no playoffs for them this spring. In motorsport, the IndyCar season returns this weekend in St. Pete. With a new IndyCar season, there's always great anticipation. More than ever, this season showcases a lot of change. IndyCar has a new entitlement sponsor with NTT, a new network in NBC, fresh faces, and 2 new racetracks to challenge the drivers. I'm most excited to see Fernando Alonso run in the Indy 500 again this May. Alonso returns to IndyCar to compete in his 2nd Indy 500, and his first attempt in 2017 was met with great enthusiasm, but that was not his primary focus that season because he was running full-time in Formula One. He made a huge impression on the field by starting 5th and leading 27 laps before suffering an engine failure on lap 179. In 2019, he could challenge again for the win after taking the checkers in this year's Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona and his 2nd start there. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list to honor Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver has the 3rd highest Hall of Fame voting percentage of all time. He held the highest until Ken Griffey Jr. came along in 2016, and then Mariano Rivera became the first unanimous this year. 98.84% for Seaver, pretty darn close to perfect, if you ask me. And honestly, that's what Seaver was and is to the Mets fan base and all of baseball. The sad Seaver news has mobilized Mets fans, and it should do the same for the organization who has dropped the ball in his behalf, pun intended, after it was announced Thursday that the Hall of Fame pitcher had been diagnosed with dementia and will retire from the public eye. Several fans took to social media demanding a statue be erected at Citi Field in his honor. One fan even started a petition to COO Jeff Wilpon to make it happen. Tom, the franchise Seaver, is long deserving of a statue at Citi Field commemorating his achievements with the New York Mets. The petition reads, "Sign this petition to show your support." The 74-year-old won 311 games with 3,640 career strikeouts and a memorable 20-year career that included 3 Cy Young Awards, 12 All-Star Game appearances, and a World Series title with that incredible 1969 Amazing Mets team. His number 41 jersey is retired at Citi Field, but fans want more recognition for the pitching icon. In a statement released by Wilpon, the team said it's planning special ways to honor Seaver and have notified his family of such plans. It is, however, unclear if those plans include a statue. It should. Seaver will not be with the team this summer when the Mets honor the 1969 squad on the 50th anniversary. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. More Open back after this.
Bridge between the material and the spiritual. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. My name is Harvey Lauer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
cross-referencing travel sites, and booking all your flights with those
vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh, but now they're like, aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Hello, welcome back to Open, everyone. This month, the organization Peapatians is hosting an event at the Bronx Music Heritage Center that celebrates up-and-coming hip-hop dancers and spoken word artists. As a celebration for Women's History Month, the event will feature nothing but women. And joining us to tell us more on what we should expect from the showcase, we welcome performance co-curator, spoken word artist Caridad de la Luz, along with one of the performers, Nejma Nefertiti. Hello. Welcome, ladies.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Women in the house.
Women in the house. Happy International Women's Day.
Represent.
Yes. I love it. Love it.
Hi, Rhina.
Hi, honey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
I know, another year, right?
Yep, here we
another
are.
presentation, another movement, right?
Yes, so March 30th, we'll be at the Bronx Music Heritage Center. Peapatians is an arts organization that's over 30 years old in the South Bronx, established. I'm now a co-director of Peapatians and working closely with Rockefeller, who's also the curator. She's also a co-director of Peapatians. We decided to curate this showcase of hip-hop artists, women representing the Bronx, but that have chosen to be non-commercial. Because, you know, there is a difference. Like we all know, like in hip-hop, there's commercial hip-hop, and then there's revolutionary hip-hop.
Right.
I mean, I've been doing this over 20 years, and I have been in the trenches doing the activism work, as well as the commercial work, trying to find a balance. But we wanted to definitely showcase women that are taking that path, that harder route, to express themselves, but to also present messages to the community that, you know, aren't really heard on the radio stations or aren't really seen on TV. So this is just the next generation, you know, we're like, I've been doing it, we're passing it down.
Yes,
like,
I love it.
This is my friend, Nejma Nefertiti. You know, not only is she an MC, but she's my friend. And I love her. I love you, Nej. Love you, and sis. you know, we've been doing, you know, collaborations and stuff. We've done songs. We did a song about police brutality called If Anybody's Interested. What else have we done? We did a Coco Chanel remix. Yeah. That was a little commercial, but that was for fun.
Right. I'm really curious about your name, you know, because I mean, you're off the bat claiming yourself to be a queen, and I love that. I love that.
No doubt. We should claim our queendom, you know,
Yeah,
and our
absolutely.
queenness, and like, you know, step into who we are, put our cape on, put our jacket on. But yeah, Nejma Nefertiti, Nejma means star in the feminine form, and Nefertiti obviously is after the Egyptian goddess Nefertiti, who co-led with her husband and supposedly like regendered herself later to be a man that ruled with him. So I just love that whole like fluidity and the openness of that. So, you know, that's my real name too. It's one of my middle names, Nefertiti.
That's beautiful. I see you have, do you have any Egyptian background? Because I see you were in the Eye of Horus too.
Oh yeah, no doubt, yeah. It's my spirituality, but I'm half Irani
from, you know, half Persian from Iran, my father's side, and my mother was Native American, 3 tribes, and North Moroccan.
Beautiful.
North African, Moroccan.
All right, so let's talk about your hip hop style and your
Yeah.
messaging, because I know you're really into women empowerment.
Yeah, no doubt. I like to represent like my politics and my art and social justice and just make like freedom fighting music to inspire women, younger women. La Bruja is my sister comrade, my friend. She's been also a mentor to me and has taught me a lot. So that's what I want to do for other women too, and we all do that for each other. It's representing solidarity in our music, our work, you know, coming together, like making that magic, you know,
That's
brewing it up, you know.
That's lovely.
Anybody that saw Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen concert at Ostos last Saturday, we brought it. We brought it. My daughter was there.
I know,
you know,
that was the other thing I
generations.
wanted to share with you. I love that you've been doing this even with your daughter, so it's influenced your daughter, and just the fact that it is like part of our culture, and that there's this other aspect to it, right? I've known you for so many. You're my sorority sister.
Yes,
It's everybody that.
Omega Phi Beta.
Yes, and so, but the Omega Phi Beta, right? Shout out, right? Yeah. And so, but just in going back to your history and everything that you've contributed and just your choices, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a choice. I mean, there was a time where you had that choice to like go out there and do that Hollywood thing, and you made a conscious choice to stay here and do it your way.
Yes, it was a conscious choice. I mean, even, you know, calling myself La Bruja, now you see this whole movement of brujas. I mean, I've been La Bruja since 1996, and that's when it wasn't acceptable. And it was a choice. It was a feminist choice to embrace the divine feminine and the magic within us. You know, and women that are independent and have their own beliefs and have their own way and their own convictions are often called brujas. You know, so I did that in homage to all of those women that, you know, were unsung heroes.
Right.
And now you see a lot, this whole new culture embracing that title of being a bruja. So I'm very proud of that. I feel like, you know, that was a choice. It was a movement, and now I see it flourishing, and I feel, you know, very proud about that.
Well,
and staying in the Bronx absolutely was another choice. You know, I'm born and raised in the Bronx. I'm like, where else am I going to be at home other than Puerto Rico? But like, that's like the motherland, but this is my hometown, my homeland where I'm born.
Right.
You know, and where hip hop was born.
Absolutely.
So to take those elements and be true to all of those things and not having to choose one or the other, like, yeah, it hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it.
Yeah, but it's all good. Don't, you know, forget about the easy part.
Yeah.
You make your history, Mama. You know what I'm saying? And
been
you're going
worth
up
it.
against the green, right? Because women on the other side, on the flip side, don't really get a good rap in hip hop. So to have it come from the woman's voice, there's the counteraction, all right? So before we go, let's just share who else is going to be part of this event.
Oh, there's Jennifer Beastie Acosta. She's a dancer. Janice Tomlinson. She's a dancer that's curated by Rockefeller, who's also a pioneer in hip hop. You know, she's a B-girl to the fullest, and also my comrade and friend. And then the other person that I chose to perform is Nini Ali, who's an even younger generation of MCs. And she's revolutionary. She's also a boxer.
Shout out to Nini.
Yeah,
Shout
Nini
out
Ali.
to Nini. We've
I
had
mean,
Nini on Open since she was like 9 years
I
old.
know. I've been working with Nini for all of these years.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though she's not new to me, you know, and she may not be new to the scene, she's still a rising voice.
Absolutely.
And the next generation, and I know the one that's going to also pave the way for many more.
For next generation.
So
and then, of
Nejma-
course, and then
Nejma
Nejma,
Fatini and
who we're
Nini
going to get a
Ali.
taste of. Thanks for
Oh,
coming
yes.
through,
Oh,
ladies.
yes,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and once again, you guys, again, we have to take a quick break, but then when we return, Nejma is going to perform for us, so don't go anywhere. welcome back to Open. It's now time for this week's Open Artist Spotlight. Now to perform a spoken word, please welcome Najma Nefertiti.
Some hearts possess a fire which pulsate for justice. Mother, trust this. Mother Earth, Mother Right, Mother Fight, Mother Night, Mother Struggle, Mother Militant, Mother Original, Mother Indigenous, Mother Supreme, Mother Dream, Mother Nightmare, Mother Have No Fear, Mother Nurturer, Mother Independence, Mother Compassion, Mother Generosity, Mother Fashion, Mother Reciprocity, Mother Invention, Mother Martial Art, Mother Intention, Mother Matriarchy, Mother Flower, Mother Power, Mother Imagination, Mother Hallucination, Mother Respected, Mother Consciousness, Mother Community, Mother Unity, Mother Fathers and Brothers, Mother Soon to Be, Mother Liberation, Mother Freedom, Mother of the Revolution, Mother Future, Mother Producer, Mother Insanity, Mother Humanity, Mother Creation, Mother Manifest, Mother Life Forms, Mother Consent, Mother Sex Expression, Mother No Question, Mother Black and Brown, Mother Mention, Mother What You Have, Mother What You Give, Mother Rich Within, Mother Souls, Eliminating Gender Roles, Mother Values, Mother Sustainability, Mother Resilience, Mother Actualization, Mother Brilliance. I love my mother's perseverance, Mother Appearance, where what you want, no interference, Mother Clearance, all our mothers facing disappearance, Mother Serious, Mother Delirious, our mothers are furious, Mother Sister Solidarity, Mother Clarity, Mother Disparity, Mother till my ears are full of dirt and I travel, Mother Winds and Clouds, Mother Screaming, baby girl, you done made me proud, Mother Loud, Mother Ceremony, Mother Libations, Mother Sensation, Mother Haitian, Mother Incredible, Mother Freedom All, Mother Overstand, Mother Bounce Back Rubber Bands, Mother Sands, Mother Faraway Lands, I was shaped from my mother's hands, Mother Joanna, Mother Dawn, Mother Gangster, Mother I made her and I erase her, Mother you such a prankster, Mother of the movement, Mother Rain, Mother made it through the pain, Mother run for your life, Mother strive, Mother put your fists in the air by connecting all five, Mother Fingers, Mother Trauma Lingers, Mother Singers, Mother Art equals politics, Mother Maroon, Mother I will see you soon, Mother for you I write this tune, Mother Monsoon, Mother Tsunami, Mother I'll be waiting for you at the border. Mother, you army, Mother, I am you, Mother broken, Mother ill-spoken, Mother token, Mother, I'm so high, Mother sky, Mother, you are so fly, Mother, for you I live and die, Mother, to you I could never lie, Mother, you could read my eyes, Mother, truth, Mother, bust a rhyme in the booth, Mother, youth, Mother, elder, Mother, I could never sell her, Mother, even in my worst state of addiction, Mother, affliction, Mother, project that delivery, Mother, synergy, Mother, self-determined, Mother, autonomous, Mother, Zapatista, Mother, anonymous, Mother, estás lista, Mother, guerrera, Mother, taína, Mother, boricua, Mother, chavista, Mother, Palestina, Mother, Irani, Mother, First Nation, Mother, Lebanon, Mother, Ether, Mother, bumping through my speakers, Mother Korea, Mother Nefertiti, Mother Wahoo, Mother Algeria, Mother Tanzania, Mama Sia, Mother Africa, Mother Africa, Mother Africa, Mother Africa. That was in honor of all of our mothers, our grandmothers, sisters, ancestors, and in solidarity with Venezuela, where I wrote that song. And we do not support the coup or the United States political involvement in your politics. And we also thank you for giving the Bronx, communities in the Bronx heat. And we stand with you here. Peace.
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, my sister.
Yes. Yes. Oh my
you.
goodness.
So much.
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks for having me.
You heard?
Salute.
All right, you guys, Peapatians Women in Hip Hop rep,
You see it, you see
rep
it.
the Bronx
Yes,
Showcase.
get it
is
in. We
taking
need
place
our strong
Saturday,
brothers.
March 30th at 8 p.m. at the Bronx Museum Heritage Center, which is located at 1303 Louis Boulevard. Tickets will be sold at the door. That is our show today, mi gente. Thanks to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out the recablecast tonight and 24 hours a day at bronxnet.tv. I'm Rhina Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. Happy International Women's Day. It's the month as well. Can we have some mother?